Hello, my grammar friends. In today's video, I'm going to tell you a story, and we're going to practice listening for the simple past tense. I've got a challenge for you. While I'm telling the story, listen carefully and write down all of the simple past tense verbs you hear. They could be regular or irregular. Remember, if they're regular, that means you just add ed, like look changes to looked. If they're irregular, the spelling looks very different, and you don't just add ed. For example, the verb be changes to was or were. So this is a Zen story from a long time ago, and it goes like this. Once there was an old village. In this village, there were the villagers, and there was a farmer who lived on the outskirts of the village. He was a little bit different in the way he thought. His philosophy to life was just something that didn't quite sit well with the rest of the villagers. So one day, this farmer, he had a horse, and this horse went off and ran away. And that was just as he went out and bought a new saddle for the horse. So this horse ran away, and it took the saddle with it. Now, the villagers, hearing of this news, they went to the farmer's farm. They went to his house, and they said, "We're so sorry. What bad luck you have. Your horse ran away." And the farmer looked at them and said, "Maybe it's bad luck, but who knows? Maybe it's good luck." They looked at him kind of weird, and they said, "Well, how could it be good luck? Your horse, your only horse, ran away. What are you going to do now?" He said, "Well, we don't know. Maybe it's good luck, maybe it's bad luck." The villagers left his house scratching their heads, and they went back to their business. A few days later, the horse returned to the farmer, and the horse brought with it 3 other wild horses. So now, the farmer had his horse back with the saddle, plus 3 new wild horses. The villagers, hearing of this news, made their way to the farmer's house, and they said, "Wow, what amazing luck you have." And the farmer looked at them and said, "Maybe it's good luck, but maybe it's bad luck, who knows?" The villagers looked at him puzzled. "How could you possibly say this is bad luck? You had 1 horse, then it ran away. Now you've got that horse back, plus you've got 3 new ones. This is amazing." The farmer looked at them and said, "Maybe it's good luck, but maybe it's bad luck." The villagers left shaking their heads, not sure what to think. Then a few days passed, and the farmer's son was training and taming the 3 new horses. As he was trying to train one of the horses, it kicked him and knocked him down, and he broke his leg over a rock. The villagers, hearing of this news, made their way to the farmer's house, and they said, "We're so sorry. What terrible luck you've had." The farmer looked at them and said, "Maybe it's terrible luck, but maybe it's good luck." Now, the villagers couldn't take this anymore. "How could you possibly say this is good luck? I mean, your only son broke his leg. Surely this is the worst of luck." The farmer looked at them, considering their suggestions, and said, "Well, maybe it's bad luck, but maybe it's good luck." The villagers were just aghast, and they walked away, angry. Then, a few days later, as his son was lying on his bed, recuperating from his broken leg, the country officials came by through the village, and they were conscripting troops for the army, for the war that was going to be waged overseas. They rounded up all of the able-bodied young men in the village to go off to die in battle. But they didn't take the farmer's son, because the farmer's son was not able to walk. So that's the story. This is an old Zen story, and I have to give credit to actualize.org, who I got this story from. This is a really powerful story because what this story shows us is that who really knows what is good luck and what is bad luck in our life? The wiser of us see that it's not quite so simple. And the things that are unpleasant that happen to us aren't necessarily that bad for us. And the things that are pleasant on the surface aren't necessarily good for us. Did you enjoy the story? I hope so. What past tense verbs did you hear? Let's take a look. So for the regular past tense verbs, you might have heard these. Let's check if you heard these. Looked with an ed. Returned. And you guys can check along too and see if you got these. Knocked. The villagers knocked on his door. Passed. Time passed. So these ones are all ed, regular past tense verbs. Let's take a look at some of the irregular ones that you might have heard. Did you hear these? Was. Were. These are both forms of be. Thought. And what's thought? In the base form, think. Went. Base form is go. Bought. To buy in the base form. Took. Ran. Brought. Broke. So that's a review of some of the verbs that you would have heard in that story. Thanks for joining me. If you like this video, give it a like. And if you'd like to see more helpful grammar videos like this, join me and subscribe.